Welcome to a lengthy video that will more very likely be separated into timestamps and segments down below in the video description. This is Gwent, the Witcher card game, as you can already see, and I'm just about to start it. I haven't actually shown you Gwent gameplay in quite some time. This is new user interface. There is no point discussing it since it's actually quite old, and it's very likely that it will change by the time eventually you get access to the game, unless you already have. If you have, you're probably playing and you have seen the changes with the latest patch 0.8.33. It's been around for about 2 weeks. I believe they applied it to the game just before Christmas and just before they went on a holiday. Anyway, a very quick and brief display of what my deck looks like. I still play primarily Skellige, simply because I'm best with this deck and with this faction, and I really love the diversity. I don't aim for a specific one type of playstyle, so this is what I would call still basic, but I do have a few more advanced and interesting cards. So I do have a strong melee role with the ever so typical clan Tursak skirmishers. I do have my lovely vampire, even though I don't really value him anymore that much because I've got some nice other cards. But I don't have enough resources to craft another better than him gold card, and that's why I still keep him. I do love this one though. Dudu is an awesome character from the Witcher universe, and it is an outstanding card in terms of power and versatility. What it does is when you place it on the battleground, it goes on the second row, as you can see, because he's a ranged class. I don't know why, probably for balancing purposes. And what it does is it replicates the strength of a card from your opponent. So the direct description is set strength to that of an opposing non-gold unit. So I play him. He's still, just because he's part of the Skellige now, every turn he gets 1 point, but that point doesn't benefit him. So if I play him on the battlefield and my opponent let's say has a 20 strength value card, I can copy that 20 strength to my card. So in fact, I actually play a unit with 20 strength, or the highest one, or whichever one I want to copy. I can copy a second one. It doesn't have to be the strongest one, because then my opponent may decide to scorch them. For whatever reason, I keep the Clan Tursak Axeman because of a very interesting combination possibilities with the Savage Bear and with the Berserker Marauder. And of course with Yennefer. That's a new card that I haven't played videos for you in the past with. She's quite a strong gold card with 6 strength and gives me an ability to add 2 strength to all of the units on both sides of the battlefield, or remove 2 strengths from both sides of the battlefield. This is really interesting in a combination with, let's say, Commander's Horn, or even better with Warcry. Now what you need to remember, if you don't know already about the card, is that these both apply to all cards. So even the gold cards will be buffed or nerfed or damaged. I'm not really sure why I keep the Last Wish and Ermion. My deck is by all means not heavy or focused on discard, although I have a discard beneficial card. I'm thinking of replacing the War Longship with something else, but I haven't gotten around yet. What my deck is really weak against, especially if I don't get the ultimate useful hand, is against weather decks. Especially monsters weather decks. I'm really weak against them, and I would lose probably 8 out of 10 attempts. Unless the player is really bad, or they draw an extremely bad hand and, I don't know, something else happens. And with that, let's jump into a couple of games maybe.
You shall die, world.
Okay, let's see. Monsters
Got the
deck.
heart of an uncrate.
Oh, that's a lot of debuffing and damaging ability I have from debuffing cards. I don't want a bear initially in that hand. Wow, not a single gold one. There we go, at least I've got one now. Ermion. Well, all right.
Anything in particular interest you?
It's the most natural follow-up when they play the Raiders. The Rider, sorry, not the Raider. The Raider is actually different. Really? That's interesting.
Nothing like some overseas plundering in springtime.
Alright, with a very few cards dealt, they've allowed me to win the first round. This is so far a good start, but you never know what things may actually turn out to be in the end. Well, now let's benefit from the war longship anyway, since I've got Hermione and I'm thinking of using him, although I'm not exactly sure what the hell am I gonna... okay.
Ugh, gods protect us.
Let's see then. It's either this one or this one. Yeah, probably Scorch will go away, and let's see, I'm gonna move out the scout. I can always bring it back, but I want to see what other cards I will get. Not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for something else. Okay then. You keep doing that. Which is perfectly fine.
Got the heart. Great.
This is an attempt for me to gain a card advantage so I can get the better benefit from the end. Alright. 4 to 3 cards. Let's give it this then. Could have played it before the leader card, of course, but I expect him to...
Resistance is futile.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That was an interesting mistake on their part. Smart move. Yep, let's go
Bow
with this.
before modern Freya.
Don't you pester me.
Oh, that was expected, obviously. Now let's see. 5 cards versus 7 cards. I think it's
You
good
crossed the
moment.
wrong sorceress.
well, I think it's better than in the 3rd round because I won't have many cards over there. That was interesting, really. I don't think that fellow understands the way Axeman works. Unless, of course, they have a very nice Scorch for me in the next one. But 31 to 44 is plenty of advantage. Now let's see if the Scorch card comes to play. It has to. 29 points is too saucy, considering I've passed already. No? Okay. I think he or she doesn't have... Oh, that's an unfriendly buff now. And let's see what our luck is going to be. Ooh, I think I was lucky with them drawing the 6 strength card only. Okay. And I have to go first. Alright, that's fine. I don't mind this. I've got one Freya already, so let's see. Probably the Tursach, yep. Let's go this.
What do you need? Modron Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
Let's not get in the way of my axe.
There it is, the big strong guy. That will get the 7-point hit now. Alright then.
Bow before
That was
Modron
really a
Freya.
nice play though, I think. Well played indeed. One of the rare cases where I don't even need to use my weather card. $15 reward. Yes, I've played quite a few games today to reach the 24 round reward. Let's see about the performance. This is the most interesting result for me. 69, I didn't do a good job, I guess.
Ested esa crisa.
I don't know if it has to be like this, but everybody seems to be playing monsters tonight. Let's see what kind of a player we've got against us today. Well, today for this one. I do have clear skies, or first light actually, but I value its clear skies mostly. Doodoo, okay. Let's take away the bear. I don't really have a direct benefit from the bear. Now let's be careful and not do a mistake that I did a few games earlier. I need to start with the Longship and then Pooh Hermione, who will most likely discard my Marauder and the Skirmisher. Ooh, that's a big deck. What is it, 31, 32 cards? Okay.
Ugh, gods protect us.
That's not what I was hoping for. Lacerate is still good though. It doesn't seem like they are playing big numbers cards or big value damage cards. Ooh. Seriously? Okay. That's really interesting. I'm curious what the hell is the idea behind that move. Oh, let's pass it right here. I'm winning so far with only 3 points, but if my opponent wants to win, they will be on 7 cards and be forced to play first in the second round. That gives me an interesting card advantage. Let's see what happens though.
Resistance is futile.
And now in the second round, I do have a card advantage, but I'm forced or pressed to win it at all cost. Oh, could have been a better luck here, as in drawing the one. Okay, and another skirmisher, fine. I've got one Freya and one decoy. I usually save the decoys for a Freya or for Sigurd or something. Okay.
Let's not get
Let's
in
do
the way of
this,
my axe.
just so I can have him on the battlefield. I'm not really rushing yet to play any of these, because I don't believe they would have a card that can take from my graveyard. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know what we... Okay. Maybe it's
Modern
time to
Freyr
play
is
it.
patient, but she brooks no insult.
Not your lucky day.
That's exactly, I believe, what they are doing right now. Pressing me 29 to 18. That's a big difference indeed.
Skellige's glory!
Is it the editing card now? Or maybe something else? Ooh, something else. That hurt. Really did. Not really, because I will definitely bring it back out. Maybe in the next turn, we'll see. Alright, if you want to play it like this, let me use that one. Still 1 point. Maybe it was worth it, maybe not. The big guns come to play. Now, do I wait with Dudu or do I do it right now? I think I don't want to wait because in the...
Coming!
How silly of me. Well, it would appear that I was silly enough to make that mistake. Let's see then.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
Nothing like some overseas plundering in springtime.
I can do this, and then I can do a lacerate, and that will bring me to be the victorious for this round. Let's see what happens now. I don't have a single power card or a strength card. That's gonna be really interesting now, depending on what I've got. Wow! Really? Oh wow, that's nice. I don't really have any other option, do I? Oh. Okay, let's see. Okay, I still have an advantage, and I don't think I have a better option than this. Ouch! Look at this. Huh. Really? We're going to end on a tie? Oh, that's the most interesting ending I've ever seen. 0-0. Honestly, I've never had an ending like that until now. Well, that was an interesting game, definitely. 2 versus 2. There is no loser, actually, when you gain 2 rounds out of a 3-round game. Let's see then. Oh, interesting, I've got the card. This is not exactly the card that I would prefer to have, simply not for my build in Skellige, but it's extremely useful in other builds, as you've already had a chance to see, I believe, in the previous game. Now let's see the performance. Ugh. Not really interesting. Let's play one more game. Hopefully not versus monsters now. I've had more than enough monster games today.
Crush those vermin!
Okay. Fall test is fine.
Glory!
Northern Kingdoms. As long as it's not monsters, I've had enough monsters. There is very small chance that the Fortress deck would involve Frost or something. I don't want 2 Lacerates, damn it. Maybe I do, maybe I'll regret that later on. That actually looks okay. Let's give it a go with these hands for now. My opponent goes first, alright. Do I want to start with Hermione and bring those 2 to the graveyard? Probably. I don't really have many other options actually for a first play here.
Tomfoolery! Enough!
Okay.
The gods protect us.
I must say the last wish in this specific case may actually bring interesting opportunities later on. Okay then, I get it. He isn't playing any popular strategy for a Northern Kingdom's full test leader so far. Really smashing Witchers on the front row. I can't really tell yet what I could or should expect from my opponent on the first 2 cards played.
Temeria has yet to speak its last.
Alright. I'm gonna risk it and bring out SCORCH. I expect they will be passing now with 20 points advantage. It just makes sense. There we go. It is a pass indeed. Now, I do want to do
Bow before modern prayer.
I think I want to do this.
Looky here.
Alright, 16 to 26. Now. Yep, let's go for this. And Reg is out. That's a huge card disadvantage. It might actually play against me, but let's see. Three cards after they've passed. I must tell you, this is by default in most cases losing strategy. But let's see. Okay. You will most likely want to
Long live
move it,
etc.,
or maybe not. Interesting. I'm going to buff it then. To make it a little bit harder for the Axeman to be removed with 7 points.
Sure. Be glad to.
I'm too old for this shit.
Alright, 22 to 23, we're kind of leveled.
Bow before modern Freya.
Crack and eat me ghoulies. Looky here.
I'm going to provoke him for a Scorch if they have it. If not, then it's a good point advantage.
My studies are more important than this.
Okay, that works as well. Let's see then. It's probably the best time to pop up the Commander's Horn. We'll risk it and see what happens.
Long live etc. etc.
Okay. Let me get this one back up, ready for the third round, because the pressure is on my opponent right now, even though I have a huge card disadvantage, damn it. Only 2 to 5.
Salutations.
Okay. That's still a big difference. I don't know if I want to risk it. I think I do. It can be taken in both ways, actually, risking to go for a winning second round without going to a third, or risking to go to a third round without attempting to win the second one. So far, things are looking kind of good to me. 48 to 61 is still 13 points difference, and we're 3 versus 2 cards.
Report
Oh, holy cow. Are they going to beat themselves?
Onward! Attack!
There we go. Now, the lucky draw for the final one. They've won it, so they have to
What
play
do you
that
want?
card. Oh.
May modern
Yeah, it
Freya
won't
watch
be
us and
nasty.
keep us.
At least not much.
Nothing like some overseas plundering in springtime.
And they're going to forfeit now. No? Yeah, then I'll pass. This is how you turn a severe card disadvantage from the very beginning of the game, from the end of the first round, to a... I don't know if it was considered lucky win or maybe well played, or perhaps the fact that my opponent did not have the cards to really counter my moves. They had the Scorch, for example, things might have been different, or maybe not so much, because I still had other Freyas in the hand and a decoy card available. That was a fun game. They're always fun when I win. Let's see the performance. Really? Should have been better performance than this. And I think that's where we could call it a day or a night or whatever. Once again, here is the deck that I played with. Really weak against weather decks, specifically monster weather decks. I need to think of something. Maybe I need to attempt and do some good with my 610 ore and attempt to go for another maybe card, something useful against weather decks to implement somehow into my hybrid deck without hurting it too much. I could probably rearrange 2 or 3 cards that are primarily used for discarding. I don't really draw the most benefit from discarding cards, or at least I don't think so. Not always, yeah, depends on my luck. Anyway, wrapping up this video, thank you for enjoying it with me. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Click the like button and help me out. Visit my website vulkk.com for daily videos and news. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge. And stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter.